If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in North Alabama, the numbers you're about to see could shape your decision. Rates are starting to fall, inventory is climbing, and buyers are coming back into the market in a big way. Let's break it down in this next section. Let's start with the big picture. Nationally, U.S. existing home sales fell 2.7% from June, landing at an annual rate of 3.93 million homes sold. For a context, 4 million sales is really considered the floor of the housing economy, and that's where we've been really hovering for the past 3 years. Well, why is that? Because life events, new jobs, babies, and unfortunately events like deaths and divorces keep a steady baseline of housing demand. To compare, a normal market really averages around 5 million homes sold annually, and a strong market hits 6 million homes sold annually. Here in the South, activity remains stronger than other regions, which is encouraging for our local market here in Huntsville. Here at home, new listings for single-family homes were up 0.8% in July compared to last year, while townhome and condo listings plunged nearly 50%. They were down 47%, and that sharp drop is really tied to weaker demand in that multifamily sector, where builders have pulled back in building multifamily homes, in particular townhomes. Year to date, nearly 11,000 new single-family homes have hit the market. That's an 8% increase from last year, and that steady flow of new inventory is helping to keep prices flat and really competition healthy across the Tennessee Valley. The standout number this month is pending sales. Pending contracts for single-family homes jumped nearly 15% year over year, and that's a strong sign of buyer activity as rates move lower, and most of those contracts will turn into closings in the weeks ahead. So by contrast, closed sales in July were down 7.1% for single family, and they were down 13.8% for multifamily. But remember, pending sales are the forward-looking metric that tells us where the market is headed, and we are seeing a 15% increase in pending sales. Prices held steady in July. The median price for single-family homes came in at $319,900, virtually unchanged from last year. Condos and townhomes did drop 4.7% to $252,500, and that's really a result of builders having to offer more incentives and do more price drops. But for buyers, steady prices should build confidence, because if prices were going to fall, the past 3 years would have been the perfect conditions for that. But instead, prices have held steady, and that suggests we're at or near the floor for this market. And as interest rates continue to come down, appreciation is likely to follow as well. The average sales price for single-family homes landed at $366,735. That's really basically identical to last July. Again, should give buyers and consumers a lot of confidence purchasing in today's market. Homes are taking longer to sell. The average days on market for single-family homes rose 14% to 49 days, which makes more sense with more inventory. For condos, it was up more than double, is up 137% to 90 days now. This is really a sign of a rebalancing market, especially on single family. Buyers have more time to shop, they have more time to compare and negotiate. Sellers, on the other hand, need to make sure their homes stand out with the right pricing, right staging, condition, and the right agent as well. As you know, who you hire matters. But keep in mind, this is just an average. The hottest, most desirable homes are still selling sometimes in the first week, and sometimes even in the first 24 hours of going active. Now looking at inventory, and inventory continues to rise. It's up 14.2% year over year for single family homes. That's over 4,600 active listings compared to around 4,000 just a year ago. Month supply of inventory is now, of course, gone up a little bit. It's now up to 4.4 months versus 4.1 months last year. A balanced market, remember, is typically defined as 4 to 6 months. So we're really sitting what you would consider a balanced market. That really means neither buyers nor sellers have a clear upper hand. It's really all about strategy. That's for the overall average market. Now there are sub-markets, and sub-markets are school districts, zip codes, and price points. There are some sub-markets that are a buyer's market, and there's some that are actually a seller's market today as well. One of the biggest drivers to watch moving forward is mortgage rates. Rates recently hit a 4-month low, and there are rumors that the Fed could cut rates again later this year. Combine that with a 15% surge in pending single-family home sales, and we could be looking at a seasonal jump in closings this August and really into early fall as buyer demand continues to strengthen in the Tennessee Valley. So what does all this mean for you? Well, if you're a buyer, it means you now have more choices, more negotiating power. especially if the home's been sitting on the market. Now, if it just went on the market, maybe not so much. And potentially lower rates. We've already seen rates come down to a 4-month low, potentially lower rates in the future. This could be one of the best buying windows that we've seen in the last couple of years. And for sellers, well, competition is heating up. There's simply more inventory that's out there. We're going into the fall. To win in this market, you'll need the right pricing strategy, strong presentation, a home that's in top condition, and the right agent to help you market and price your home. The North Alabama housing market is stabilizing and setting up for a balanced fall season. If you're planning to buy or sell, now's the time to prepare your strategy. Click the link below to schedule your personalized buying or selling consultation. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.